and Dean Wysocki.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm. Everybody calm down.
And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. You can guess, Bridgette's not here. It's 106, almost 107 on this free-for-all Friday. Thanks for joining us. Meteorologist Justin Storm and Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki will chime in from time to time. It's basically his weekend, so he's kind of one foot out the door.
It's already Saturday. Kidding? Actually,
a little pre-party in the office, you know. It's going to be a good show. We got some fun things coming up for today. Of course, we will always take a check at the forecast. What else are we doing today? Well, we have a guest on. We're going to get a little report from a local farmer, see how his crops were for this season.
Mark Anderson, just talked to him. He's been on our show before, and he just finished up his harvesting his corn, and so we're going to talk to Mark, see if he had any hiccups along the way.
Who won your guys' last snow bet?
We didn't make one.
Oh, you didn't make one on the last one?
No.
Oh.
The one where we got, just under an inch or just over an inch?
It was like a 1.2, 1.4.
We did not.
Like
so
that.
Always looking. Speaking of snow bets.
Yeah, let's talk about the snow bet.
So
Just gonna send it.
So we will be giving away a rain gauge at the end of the season. May 1st will be the cutoff. And again, you got to call to participate in this. Nothing online. But in fact, we might as well. Let's take a few callers now. 701-293-9000. What is your guess at how much snow we're going to receive this season? We've already had a little over 2. We've already had a little over 2.
I'm not ready.
Well, you better hurry up.
All right, we're good to go. Go ahead.
There you go. So if you want to win one of those beautiful, productive alternative rain gauges, 701-293-9000, give us a guess on how much snow you think we're going to get this entire season. Do you have any? Are you hedging anywhere? Are you going to say what it is?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
Yes. I'm thinking like low 40s, like 42.
Okay. See, I was going to say
somewhere around there.
I was going to say 37 to 47. I'm going to hold off until the cycle is set.
Yeah, well, we still have time on this cycle to see what pans out,
right.
But it doesn't look overly impressive.
Not so far. And maybe it ends up stormy. The last part of the cycle?
It very well could. We'll have to wait and see how long the cycle actually progresses. I've seen some signs of a little maybe, but even then, it doesn't really look like until probably after Thanksgiving, if not into the beginning of December. So it might be another one of those long cycles. You know, computer models, it's not what does the model look like, it's what actually happens. So we'll just wait and see. We'll wait for that pattern to recycle through. But while we get some callers in here for the snow guest giveaway, you can call in now. We'll get you on hold, get you all queued up. Why don't we hit a check on the forecast and see what this next week is going to be looking like in terms of weather.
Yeah, we're looking at, improving conditions. Not so much today. We're stuck in the clouds today. There's been a few hit and miss light snow showers, but nothing to worry about there. We're looking at temperatures currently in the low to mid 30s. We'll make it up into the mid to upper 30s, right around 37 degrees with light winds out of the northwest. Tonight, we'll see a few breaks in the clouds, but mostly cloudy overall with lows near 30. And then as we head into the start of your weekend, it turns breezy. Winds pick up out of the southeast both days, and highs on Saturday, low to mid 40s. And on Sunday, we're in the low 50s. Not too bad, a little breezy, but we'll take it. And then looks like we stay in the 50s through the middle of next week. So all in all, not a bad looking forecast. Yeah, we finally got some warmer weather heading our way. No big storms, no big Arctic outbreaks. So we'll take it. Also want to remind everybody, today is the last day to participate in Build Our Bushels. So log on to WDAYradionow.com, click on that hot links button, and find the article that says Build Our Bushels. And what we're doing, we teamed up with Food Bank, and however many bushels extra you donate, whoever donates the most, and this is a win-win situation because you're helping out a good cause in the food bank, and you have a chance to win one of our collectible Steiger tractors, and that's signed by Bridgette Readel. And we're going to throw in a productive alternative rain gauge with that as well. So not only,
my God!
that's a great deal. Those tractors are not cheap, and so
The rain gauge isn't cheap either.
no. And so whoever donates the most on our Build Our Bushels to the food bank, we will award you with our grand prize, which is a Steiger tractor and our rain gauge as well. It's a good deal. It's a
Too bad.
win-win situation there.
We got that warmer weather tracking in for the weekend next week. You got any outdoor things that you still haven't gotten done because either it's just been too cold, there's been snow on the ground, or you're just too lazy to go out and do it, Dean? I'm not saying you're lazy, but anything.
I got all my yard work done before the first snow hit, and there's really nothing left for me to do yard work wise. I started the snow blower. I called John to make sure everything was running right, and because I didn't want to call him and buy another snow blower. The one he sold me was been running like a top. So
it wasn't the lemon.
no,
That's good.
Not from
That's
John.
good.
John's got top equipment.
Right on.
He repairs them and fixes them for you too. So he's a jack of all trades.
Maybe I'll have to ask him.
I think he
how
might
to,
be a pilot for chemtrail spraying too. There's nothing he doesn't do. So
Yeah, I haven't heard from John in some time. He must be up in his plane doing something.
scoping out.
I don't know. Maybe he's just taking a little lunch trip down to Denver. You never know.
Well, he just got back from Kentucky getting some moonshine from his relatives. So
Yeah, he's always up to something. I'm gonna have to ask him because my snowblower's got a little issue on it. It's the I took a look at it, and by take a look at it, I mean I looked at it, and I wasn't really sure how to take it apart. But the fuel shutoff on my snowblower, right next to the throttle, you move it up and down. I got a little valve there to turn the gas on and off. If I open it up too far, really anything more than like 10 or 15%. Or degrees on the, just the little 90-degree turn switch. It kind of leaks out of there, so I'm not real sure what's going on with it, how to even open it up, honestly, because the throttle is in there, and I can't take the case off the throttle, and I'm not sure how to take that throttle apart, so might have to give John a little few
holler.
text messages and send him some pictures, but then I'm afraid because then he has my phone number.
Yeah. Good luck. You'll be getting weird texts 10,
Love
11
you, John.
10, 11 at night. Yeah. I don't know if you want to open up that
Maybe I'll
that
send
can of
you
worms.
the pictures and you can send them to him.
There you go. That's safe.
Or I could I could do email. He has my work email, so that would work out just fine. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's see. What do we got coming up on the program? We hit the forecast. We're still doing that snowblower snowblower. Yeah, we are doing a snowblower giveaway. Why don't we touch on that real quick?
We haven't touched on that. So again, log on to our log on to WDAYradionow.com and click on the hot links button. We are giving away a brand new Aaron's snowblower this
courtesy
year.
of Turf Tamers.
Yes, and you can register online. What we're looking for, and we did this a few years back.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, we want you to guess when is the first 3 inches or more snowfall that will occur starting in 2024. So starting in January, you have till December 15th to register online. And if you listen, here's the thing. If you listen to our LRC special on the 5th, you'll still have 10 days after that. We'll give you an idea of like when the bigger storms may be coming through. And that might be your first 3 inch or more snowfall for the year. So, again, log on to our website, WDAYradionow.com, click on the Hot Links tab, and look for that Aaron's snowblower giveaway. Man, we're giving away snowblower, giving away Steiger toy tractor, rain gauge.
Multiple rain gauges.
Anything else you want to throw in the kitchen sink there, too? Or?
Why don't we just take a look and see if we're giving away anything else?
I think that's it.
I think that's it for now. Maybe we'll reveal something else later.
Maybe John can throw in something. Maybe one of his
maybe he's got a snowblower that he wants to
give away to somebody that really needs it.
John, what do you say, bud?
We'll have to make up a contest for that. We'll talk
have to
to
think
him.
of something. We'll talk with him.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. Well, we're running up on break, so when we come back, we'll have local farmer Mark Anderson He's going to talk about his harvest and how it went this year.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Was there anything unexpected? Was he disappointed? Did the yields turn out like he wanted? So we'll be talking to Mark here coming up right after we hear from the Ag Network. Stay with us.
Livestock market is mixed with feeders leading the upside. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Risvet with this market update. Live cattle futures are mixed in a narrow range today following initial price pressure that followed the weaker Thursday trend. Even if markets do show a strong closing surge, this will not change the overall bearish tone of the market seen during the week, but it will help give the market a much-needed breather heading into the weekend. Given the softness in cash values and recent widespread price losses, the live cattle complex remains vulnerable to additional liquidation during the next couple of months. The fact that the November 1 cattle on feed report will be released next week brings more questions than answers to the table at this point. Now, cash cattle may be done for the week following yesterday's trade activity. Once the dust settled yesterday, it appears more cattle were sold than initially expected, although there is a potential for some late-week trade to trickle into the market here. Bids remain quiet so far today. Trade this week is reported at 180 to 181, mostly at 181 in the south. This is $5 lower than last week. Northern dress trade is seen at 285 to 287. That's generally $5 to $7 lower than last week. And of the cattle still left on show list, asking prices remain at 182 live in the south and 289 dressed in the north. Box beef prices are mixed. Choice up 51 and select down 152 with a movement of 55 loads. Now the feeder cattle futures, they're bouncing firmly higher today as recent widespread liquidation has stalled, allowing for moderate to active short covering to develop across all contract months. We'll get a look at the livestock numbers. You're listening to the American Ag Network.
In today's troubled world, our USA Armed Forces stand ready to protect you, your family, and our American way of life. When veterans return to civilian life, they deserve your recognition and support. You can help put vets to work by donating your car, truck, or van to Patriotic Hearts. Your donation will directly support programs to help vets find jobs or even start their own business. Donate today for fast, free pickup of your vehicle, running or not. Operators are standing by to answer questions about making a tax-deductible vehicle donation. Find out how you can make a difference in the life of a United States veteran. Call 800-209-6416 for 24-hour response. Call 800-209-6416. 800-209-6416. That's 800-209-6416.
Let's get a look at the livestock numbers. Live cattle December down 22 at 174.12. February up 17 at 174.65. April down 15 at 176.80. And the June live cattle, they're down 12 at 171.90. Feeders November up 117 at 230.17. January up 147 at 226.40. Lean hogs December up 62 at 72.07. February up 62 at 75.82. And the April lean hogs, they're up 105 at 81.77. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Ristvet.
This is Weather and Ag in Focus with Bridgette Readel, Justin Storm, and Dean Wysocki.
Sounds like a good old thunderstorm.
Good old thunderbolt.
That'll be a while. That'll be a long
Unfortunately,
while.
I hope that it's not as long as it could possibly be.
Right. Unless we had thunder snow, then, that's close.
I mean, that is something else, and I'll tell you that for free. Not even going to charge you this time.
Oh, you're so nice.
Quite generous indeed.
Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us on Weather and Ag in Focus. And our guest today, local farmer. Mark's been with us before, Mark Anderson. Mark, I want to thank you for joining us. And how's your day going now that you're officially done with harvest now? Is that correct?
Yeah, we got done with the corn on Wednesday. So we're cleaning stuff up, putting it away, but kind of took the day off today. It was kind of snowy and snotty this morning, so
A little bit.
Just kind of hanging up, waiting for your call.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your farm. What exactly are you did you grow this year, and how did things turn out for the most part?
We go wheat, sugar beets, soybeans, and corn. And I don't know, Dean will probably tell you, this year the rains were really spotty. The wheat was pretty good all over in the high 60s to mid 70s. The beans were all over the board. I heard everywhere from 15, 16 to 60.
Whoa!
Wow.
within 5-6 miles of each other, just
Really?
because of the spotty. Yeah, you could go 5 miles away and they got nothing, and we'd get an inch and a half. Or you go the other way, they were so spotty. Same thing with the corn yields. We're everywhere from 80, 90 to 200. We were pretty lucky. We got some good rains. We were hanging in mostly in that 180, 90 bushel range, which is very good for us.
And you're located. For those of us that aren't, you've been on with us before, Mark. You're out in Comstock, is that correct?
Yep, just 15 miles south of Fargo-Moorhead.
Okay.
On the Minnesota side.
Gotcha. And with the spotty rain, I mean, so when you're doing beans and that, and let's say you said it ranged from what, 15 to 60? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy for just a short.
No kidding.
Short distance. So do you just hang on to them then until see how the prices go, or how do you? I mean, that's a huge range.
Yeah, and I don't know if you understand crop insurance, but most of the time, if I've got a claim, I haul them in, and so the paperwork's simple. You don't have to, because otherwise, if say I farm from my farthest south farm is 15, 20 miles from my farthest north farm. Well, there can be a lot of difference. Well, if you're going to store it all, you can't go, say on the north end, we got 45, 50 bushel beans, and on the south end, we got 20 bushel beans. Well, you can't, a bean looks like a bean. It doesn't matter where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got a claim, I usually haul that field in. So it's, all the numbers are, you don't have to measure bins or guess truckloads or that kind of thing. And nowadays, I haven't quite teched up that much because I'm getting ready to retire, but a lot of the guys now have scales on their grain carts that goes right to their insurance companies. It's all computerized. Every load is measured just like you took it to the elevator, and they accept that. So that's one of the technology things I think that is really going to help farming to keep record keeping and all that kind of good stuff. So
right. Wow. So you said how long have you been farming, Mark?
Since 1978, 79.
And would this be one of your more, I'll call it erratic years where it varies so much between a short distance?
Yeah, I would say so. We kind of got a saying. It's, somebody says, "How's it going?" We always go, and I hope I can say this in here. It says, "Well, it's a shit show, but it's just a different shit show than last year." Everything is you just, the longer you've been at it, the more you realize that the thing you can count on is it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different, and you just have to adapt.
Right. Out of all your years of farming now, what do you like? What would you rather concentrate on? Beans, corn, sugar beets, wheat? What do you like the most? Obviously, you're like, well, it depends how the weather is, probably. But is there any particular crop that you like more than the others?
Well, sugar beets have always been our money crop. They're a little more high risk, high reward, but our soil is very good for sugar beets. This year, I don't know if you saw the article, but American Crystal, it was their largest crop and highest sugar content ever.
That. Yeah.
And we still had to leave 8% in the ground, which farmers do not like to leave crop in the ground. So, but if they can't process them, it doesn't pay to harvest them. So it's.
So what would be the risk? You said that obviously you don't want to leave crop in the ground, but when it comes to beets, is there, and if there is, what's the risk of letting those beets sit in the ground longer?
Oh, we'll right now what they recommend, they're destroyed. We have to destroy them. We can't lift them later in the spring. You ever seen a rotten potato?
I've smelt a rotten potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a sugar beet looks like by next spring.
Oh man.
About the same way. So it's just a pile of mush. So it's once they decide they're not going to take them, we either chop them up and disc them up or dig them up or whatever. Everybody's got a little different idea. They actually say it's better to rotobeat them or chop them and leave them in the ground till spring because they rot better. But we haven't left beets in the ground for 20 years, so it's kind of we just kind of go by what the company says.
Right. So I'm going to back up before harvest that we were just talking about, and let's go back to the growing season. You had mentioned, the rains were super spotty, and that caused a pretty wide difference in yields across the area, even as short as, say, 5-10 miles from you. Besides the weather, did you have any curveballs or unexpected turns throughout the growing season, whether or not it was something with the crops or access into a field, mechanical breakdowns, anything like that?
No, well, we always have breakdowns, but nothing totally major. And when I was talking about these spotty rains, and everybody was pretty low in rainfall, and I really think it has a lot to do with the new genetics and the crop and the seed. I think if we'd have gotten this much rain 20 years ago, we wouldn't have gotten half the crop we got now. The seed companies and the genetics, and they're doing some fantastic things. Our sugar beets, when I started this, 15, 16, 18 ton was a good crop, and we averaged 37 ton beets this year.
Wow.
And most of that's from the genetics, and I guess maybe we've gotten a little better too, but it's just amazing, I think.
Yeah, we actually just had a kind of a beet genetics person on with us not too long ago down out of Wapaton, and they were talking about just how far the genetics and traits have gone with these beets, and he basically said the same exact thing that you did. He was not speculating, but making assumptions on what comes next if we've come this far in beets and just gene and different types of traits with them to get up to over 30-ton beets at 18% sugar content in them. What's it going to look like in another 15 years from now? How long is it going to be until, you're starting to pull, say, 40, 50-ton beets for an average instead of around 30? So I just thought that's pretty cool.
And if that's the case, like this year, Mark, you said, it was a record harvest for beets. And unfortunately, there's, you've got to leave some left in the ground. So you're losing money on that, obviously. With the, would that steer some away from harvesting next year, thinking, well, if we have another, record harvest, then, we're losing money if we don't get them in time.
And you understand American Crystal is a co-op, and
yep,
you have to own stock in it in order to raise the beets. But we also have to sign a 5-year contract. So no matter what, I have to raise the beets.
Gotcha.
So what they do in the spring, depending on early planting, late planting, and with American Crystal, we have 5 factories. So there's it's from here to the Canadian border. And in the spring, they give us how much we can plant. Like say, if I just use easy numbers, if you own 400 acres of stock, like this year, we could plant 80%. So I could plant 320 acres. And then sometimes they might fudge that a little bit at the end. You could plant another 1-2%, but most of the time when they come out with what we plant, and they give you a little leeway. I think you could plant from 78 to 82%, something like that. And a lot of times it depends on how your fields fit. If you get done with a field and you're at 79%, you aren't going to go put one round in another field. It just messes things up. So they try and control it that way. So like if the tonnage starts going up to 40, 50 ton, we will probably plant 50, 60% of our stock acres.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Good answer on that.
And Mark, you said you were going to retire. Do you have are your kids going to take over for you, and so you can go retire down on the beach?
No, well,
side of the interstate in the spring.
Yeah.
I got a that I'm working in to the operation, and we've talked about it. He's helped work for me since he was 15, and we've talked about it. But I told him I'll try and work him in, but you need a backup plan. So I said he went to school, got his engineering degree. worked for Wilrich down in Wapton for a couple of years, and now next year he'll be full-time, and he wants me to help him out. And I said, you mean like a hired man? And he said, yeah, I'd really like that. And I said, I was thinking more consultant, because
there you go.
It sounds better. So I'm a consultant next year, I think. So.
All right. Well, good day. Well, and you get to kind of relax a little bit more. Now, what do you do in the off season here? Are you already planning for next year, or what does it look like over the next 2 to 3 months?
Normally, if I was going to be farming a lot next year, you'd be looking at, you already pretty much got your rotation figured out. There might be a few 100 acres that can go either way, but now you're looking at seed, fertilizer, maybe pre-buying chemicals, that kind of thing. I use a crop consultant, and he helps. Somebody said, when I first hired him, he said, why do you want a crop consultant? I said, because I've learned over the years there's 2 things you hire done, things you cannot do and things you do not like to do. And I don't like to walk around in fields at 5 a.m. looking at weeds, and I don't like to go to chemical meetings all winter. So he does that, and I just get his recommendations, because there's new chemicals and new seed coming every year. It's almost impossible to keep on it. So we meet with him and go over what type of seed and we want to plant on which ground, and that's pretty much what happens in the wintertime. Of course, then there's always, accounting and taxes and all that good stuff. So.
Right. I didn't hear vacation mixed in there.
Well, all my grandkids are here, but I might work in a vacation, but they're all at the age where they're, I got to go to a few girls' basketball games and some wrestling meets and some of those things. So that keeps us busy.
Good deal.
Yeah. Well, Mark, want to thank you for jumping on here and giving us a little bit of your time and whatnot. And I guess I'll just ask, does your farm do any social media or anything like that?
No, we don't. I don't, but I always tell everybody to listen to you guys. So.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you very much. Well, Mark,
Can
you have a great rest of your day. What's up?
Can you tell Dean to get some sunshine in this godforsaken country? I don't think I've seen the sun in 3 weeks. So.
Mark, we'll have some this weekend, but we'll have more next week. Okay. So that's the good news there.
Okay. I'm writing that down.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, we got to hit Bob of the Hour news. When we come back, we will take a look at the forecast. And, of course, we have our rain gauge giveaway that we're going to be doing. Guess the snow totals from this winter. Oh, how much snow does Fargo officially pick up by May 1st of 2024? You can call in during this break. We'll get you all queued up. You can call during the next segment as well. We'll take your guesses and so much more. Stay tuned. Weather and Ag in Focus. We'll be right back.
Your diesel truck works hard, whether it's pulling a skid steer, working on the farm, or doing fleet work. If it's not running at 100%, that can be a problem. At ATI Diesel in Fargo, they know Duramax, Power Stroke, and Cummins inside and out. For November, ATI Diesel is waiving the inspection fee on all chassis repairs. So get your light-duty diesel truck to ATI Diesel in Fargo with 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on all parts and labor. That's ATI Diesel in Fargo.
Hello from the WDAY News Center. I'm Ty Schoen at the News Update. Cass County Sheriff's Office responding after a post on the Insanity of Fargo Moorhead Facebook group gained traction, claiming a woman in mental distress was being neglected at the county jail. The post, shared by an anonymous source, claimed the person arrived at Sanford with marks over their body, bleeding on the brain and kidneys that were shutting down. The Sheriff's Office says the unidentified woman was booked in the jail on October 11th for detox when she kicked officers multiple times and arrested for simple assault on a peace officer. She was placed under suicide precaution in a padded cell and was unable to be transferred to the state hospital in Jamestown due to capacity issues, eventually transferred to Sanford Health due to deteriorating health conditions. The Sheriff's Office says they'll collaborate with any future investigations. Fargo police say a suspect entered a bank Thursday morning telling the teller, "Call police, I'm robbing the bank," happening at 8:15 at First National Bank at 4500 block of 40th Avenue South. Police said the suspect asked the teller seller for $1,000. The man did not display a weapon and sat down in the lobby. He was arrested for felony robbery, taken to the Cass County Jail. And avian influenza detected in McIntosh County in south central North Dakota. The State Department of Agriculture says the virus confirmed in a backyard flock of chickens. Officials planning on eliminating the flock to prevent the spread of disease. I'm Ty Schoenert with WDAY First with the news when you need to know.
Neighbors in the Red River Valley, don't climb on the roof to hang Christmas lights this year. Call Holson Home Automation and Solar today for a free quote on gemstone permanent architectural lighting. With gemstone lights, you can easily change the color and pattern to go with the season, or set your lights to a warm white and enhance the exterior of your home. Don't wait for the snow to fall. Plan your lights this holiday season. Call the team at Holson Home Automation and Solar for a free quote, 218-78-SOLAR, or visit holsonhome.com.
The mission of Olivet Lutheran Church in Fargo is to tell the story of Jesus' love for all people without exception. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:30 at our traditional service, 10:30 at our contemporary service, or Wednesday evenings at 6. Join one of our many ministry groups, like the Olivet Choir, Bell Choir, Bible Studies, Women's Ministries, Quilting and Crafting, or volunteer inside and outside our walls. For more information, go to olivet.org. Encounter Jesus, experience grace at Olivet Lutheran Church.
This Veterans Day, we stand together as a nation to honor the brave men and women who have selflessly served our country. Their sacrifices have shaped our freedom, and their courage has inspired us all. Today, we come together to show our veterans the respect they deserve. This message brought to you by Strata Corporation. To those who have served our country and protect it today, we salute you.
Weather and Ag in Focus on WDAY Radio.
Oh my God!
What else can I push over here?
You're
There's
just
so
pushing
many
all kinds of
I can
buttons.
do
Yeah,
this
you better be
one and
careful
throw
what you're
some bass-
pushing.
Some bass notes in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you hear that one? Here comes another one.
Is this Michael Jackson Beat It? No?
Nothing like a good old bass note to wake you up at 1:38 in the afternoon.
You need waking up at 1:38 in the afternoon? It is kind of cloudy and dreary out.
Closed shift workers are just waking up right now. It's a very happy morning to all of you. It's Friday. You have about 3 more 4 to 11 o'clock shifts until Monday, which will be your day off. I did that lifestyle for many, many years. You get used to it. It does suck, though, because you're up until 3 in the morning, and then you don't wake up until 1 o'clock the next afternoon.
That would be tough.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, you get her done, right? It's shift work.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, we're going to enter into our little giveaway for this segment. If you want to call into the program, the phone number, the Red Wing Shoes phone line is 701-293-9000. Again, 701-293-9000. This is a call-in only. I've had a few people send in emails, and, well, if you want in on this, you need to call in, and I will write down your guess. What we're doing is taking snowfall total guesses. We will take a look on May 1st, which is when we will reveal who won. All you got to do is guess how much snow we're going to get here in Fargo.
That's simple.
That's simple. And if you're the closest or right on, you get yourself a rain gauge from Productive Alternative, one of those really hefty-duty rain gauges that will measure upwards of 11 inches of rain. Hopefully we don't ever get 11 inches of rain in one storm. But if we did, you would be the first to know. So, again, give us a call. We'll get you queued up. We're going to head over to Sandra here on line number 1. Sandra, welcome to the show. How is your afternoon going?
Hi, great. After hearing your noise intro, I guess I won't need coffee to wake up again.
Sandra, are you just waking up for your close shift, or?
Well, I'm ready to start my 3rd cup of coffee for the day, but I guess I can skip it.
Oh, there you go.
So, love it.
Well, Sandra, what's the first letter of your last name?
V.
Z. And what is your guess for how much snow? Oh, what was that?
V as in Victor.
Oh, V as in Vector. Yeah. Well, what's your guess, Sandra, for how much snow you think we're going to have by the end of April here in Fargo?
I'd love to say 3 inches, but I'm going to go with 48.7.
48.7 inches. You know, there's been a lot of people that have been guessing in those upper 40s to low 50s, and, average is 50. So, I mean, you're in the right ballpark there, Sandra. We'll have to wait and see exactly how much falls.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
all right, thanks, Sandra. Appreciate
Have
you.
a great rest of your afternoon or morning, whatever you want to classify it
and keep
as.
in mind, we've already had roughly 2 inches here in the FM area, obviously more off to our north and west. And
I've already had what was the last storm that came through? That was just yesterday. We picked up probably
what did Grand Forks pick up?
A half inch,
Okay.
maybe.
We picked up
maybe
2/10
an
here.
inch of accumulation, but it melted by the end of the day. The ground was just too warm.
Yeah, it will. This will not be like last winter. So if you're a snowmobile enthusiast, if you're plowing snow, to make some extra change over the winter, you'll get your work. But it's, again, I don't think it's going to be like last winter. Now, what we might have to worry about this year is some of these little storms. We'll have a few clippers come through.
A couple of windbags.
Yeah, they're going to have a. That just brought me back to something.
Like that?
Yeah, it brought me back to something else.
Oh, really?
This
sounds like a fun story.
Yeah, no. Wait, no. But
he's like, let it die, Storm.
Let it die.
Let it die.
We will be having a lot of these Clipper wind events. Not a lot, but our fair share. And we might not have a lot of snow, but it might be one of those where, we get these advisories or even, near blizzard conditions due to blowing snow. I'm not seeing it like last winter in terms of amount of snow. I just don't. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me to see us below average for snowfall this year. And in terms of early ice, I'm not seeing that either. If you're a big winter enthusiast, outdoor winter enthusiast, I wouldn't put this in one of the better years. And we'll see. Again, we still have part of the LRC cycle to get through, so let's see how that pans out. It could change. Maybe the tail end of the cycle turns stormy and cold. We just don't know yet until it unfolds.
Yeah, definitely. So 701-293-9000 again is the Red Wing Shoes phone line if you want to call in, make a guess. This may be your last opportunity to get in on this. And we're going to head over to the line again. Linda, welcome to the show. How's your day going?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear. Linda, what's the first letter of your last name?
B as in boy.
B as in boy. And Linda, how much snow do you think we're going to get?
I'm going with 37.8.
37.8. You're on the lower end of the spectrum there. I think our lowest guess so
23,
far is
23, wasn't it?
28.
28?
This is what I'm seeing is 28. Todd does not like snow.
Obviously.
Linda, do you like snow?
No, not at all.
Not at all. I don't mind the snow. It's just the excessive cold.
That's a 4-letter word,
Yes, it is.
Well, Linda, thanks for calling in. Good luck. We'll reveal who the winner is on May 1st, so put it in the calendar, all right?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks, Linda. And
we don't need another 4-letter word going over.
And don't forget, like we've been promoting, we've got a couple other giveaways on our website, WDAYradionow.com. Go on there, click on the hot links. We're giving away an Aaron's snowblower. This thing is a nice one. And we will be, that contest, you have to guess, when will our first 3 inches or more of snow fall starting in 2024? So if we get it, you can't guess December. It's just starting January 1st through the spring. When will we see our first 3 inches or more of snow? If you guess the correct date, you have a chance to win that Aaron's snowblower. And another contest again. And today's the last day for our Build Our Bushels. And we're asking you to donate. Build Our Bushels. Oh. So the money you donate for that goes right to the food bank. And whoever donates the most money through our website will win one of our Steiger Cougar 4 KM280 tractors, valued at $140. And you will also receive a productive alternative rain gauge. So it's almost about a $200 package right there.
Not too bad.
Yeah. So all you got to do is be the one to donate the most to the food bank through our website, WDAYradionow.com. Click on the hot links. It's under Build Our Bushels. And today is the last day for that contest. So hurry up and get to it. And it's for a good cause. I mean, if you donate the most out of everybody, you win a nice little package from us, and you help out the food bank. It's a win-win.
Here's a question for you, Dean. That snowblower that we're giving away, courtesy of Turf Tamers, we're supposed to guess the first 3-inch snowfall for 2024, that end of winter and springtime period. By chance, what happens if we don't get a 3-inch snowfall for the remainder of that year?
We'll get when's the last?
But if we don't,
we will.
And if we don't,
we will.
But
then you know what? Well, I guess we'll have to take the closest one, like whatever the largest snowfall was for that year.
That's a good way to sum that up. I like that, Dean.
There you go.
Thank you for elaborating on that for me. Well, 1:47
Let's go
this
to break
afternoon.
before I throw something at
We
you.
got to go catch up with our sponsors. Dean's looking for something to throw at me again. All I could say is, good luck, buddy. It comes back twice as hard. So, while we figure out who's going to catch the domestic assault charge here, why don't we get caught up with our sponsors? We'll continue this giveaway. Phone number to the program on the Red Wing Shoes phone line. That's 701-293-9000. Call in during the break. We'll get you all queued up. This will be our last segment coming up to enter into this giveaway.
'Tis the season for cheer. Shiner Holiday Cheer, that is. A Texas holiday tradition from Shiner Brewing is back, but only for a limited time. This beer is brewed with local Texas peaches and pecans, which gives it a slightly sweet taste, a perfect holiday beer, and it's meant to be shared. First brewed in 2010, they found that each year can have a slightly different taste because of the sweetness level of the peaches, and pecans can change slightly from year to year. So pick up some for yourself or as a gift for the holidays. Shiner Holiday Cheer, available in your local liquor stores.
The Money Farm knows the next generation of farmers is so important to the future of our ag economy. Today's elementary students will be tomorrow's farmers, ranchers, seed dealers, and ag lenders. That's why we're excited to provide Paul Tinjum's second graders at Ada Borup West Elementary with the new book, How Did That Get in My Lunchbox? A story of where our food really comes from. At the Money Farm, we're investing in the next generation of farmers in our rural economy. The Money Farm, your local commodity advisor service across the agricultural industry. TheMoneyFarm.com.
It's about tradition, values, and family ties. Pucklet Chevrolet GMC's tradition of giving back to our community remains a priority, and that's why we've partnered with many local nonprofit organizations and events. And our tradition of giving this community a fair and honest offer continues. This month, save nearly $7,000 on select new 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500s. We're Pucklet Chevrolet GMC in Valley City. Tradition, values, and family ties.
See dealer for details. It's the Holiday Church Bazaar and Vendor Show at the Moorhead Center Mall this Friday and Saturday, November 10th and 11th, taking place from 10 to 5. More than 60 churches and vendors will be selling baked goods, crafts, and a whole lot more. There'll be face painting for the kids, and you can get a family portrait done for your holiday cards. Lunch is available, so come join the fun while supporting area churches at the Moorhead Center Mall's Holiday Church Bazaar and Vendor Show this Friday, November 10th and Saturday, November 11th.
Well, it's that time of year again, and just like winter arriving every year, you can rely on Dave's Tire for all your car repair needs. Dave's West Fargo Tire and Service is here to help you with everything from oil changes and tires to brake repair, check engine lights, and no-start situations. We look forward to helping you with whatever your vehicle needs. Give us a call at 277-8618 or stop by and see us at 1225 Main Avenue East in West Fargo. Your car will be glad you did.
This Veterans Day, we stand together as a nation to honor the brave men and women who have selflessly served our country. Their sacrifices have shaped our freedom, and their courage has inspired us all. Today, we come together to show our veterans the respect they deserve. This message brought to you by Strata Corporation. To those who have served our country and protect it today, we salute you.
Three little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. New Pepto Kids gummies helps relieve occasional stomach upsets, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for new Pepto Kids gummies. Fast support for little tummies.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Shop Black Friday every day and get the best new deals all month long only at Lowe's. Right now, get 25% off all artificial Christmas trees and tree decor. Plus, save on a holiday living 9-foot pre-lit artificial garland. Was $19.98, now $12.98 to get your home ready for the season. Shop in-store and online because Lowe's knows deals. Valid through 11/15. Tree decor includes ornaments, toppers, collars, and skirts. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
This is Weather and Ag in Focus with Bridgette Readel, Justin Storm, and Dean Wysocki.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank goodness.
I'm done. You want another one?
No, 150.
Sure?
Yeah, 152 in the afternoon. Let's run down a real quick recap of the forecast. Temperatures at 34 degrees out there. We're really not going anywhere. We're staying in the low to mid 30s for today. Some spots could touch the upper 30s with a lighter northwest wind today, 5 to 10. And then tonight, under partly to mostly cloudy skies, we'll turn our winds lightly out of the southeast and drop down to a low near 30. And we'll start our warm-up over the weekend. It will be breezy both Saturday and Sunday, with highs on Saturday in the low to mid-40s and highs on Sunday in the lower 50s, and we'll stay in the 50s to start off next week. Looks like we might turn a little colder late next week, but overall, above normal temperatures and no big storms in sight. I mean, that within itself, as we head into the middle of November and no Arctic outbreaks, no big storms.
That's good.
That is great news. Now, we do foresee changes coming that week of Thanksgiving. How that affects our area, a lot of question marks on that. But if you have any travel plans through the lower 48, things will start to change as we head towards Thanksgiving week. No snow in the forecast, but eventually we're going to need our snow blowers up here this winter, and you got a chance to win a free one. An Aaron's 28-inch snowblower. Log on to our website, WDAYradionow.com. Click on the Hot Links button. You'll see how we're giving away that Aaron's snowblower, brought to you by Turf Tamers, Accent Plumbing, and Hefty Seed. Want to thank all of our sponsors for that. All you have to do is guess when our first 3 inches or more of snow will fall here in Fargo in one storm. That's one storm. Our first 3-inch snowfall
from
or more.
12 a.m. to 12 p.m.
In
This
a
can't be a
calendar day.
A Monday night into Tuesday morning storm. It's got to fall within a 24-hour period.
It does. And if you guess the correct date, and again, it starts January 1st. So whenever... So for 2024, when will our first 3 inches or more of snowfall in Fargo? And if you guess the right date, you could win that beautiful 28-inch Aaron's snowblower. We've got a couple of contests, as we said. We're giving away a Steiger tractor along with a rain gauge for Grow Our Bushels. Today's the last day for that. You can win that Steiger toy tractor valued at about $140, and then our rain gauge on top of that. All you have to do is build our bushels, and whoever donates the most out of that is going to win that grand prize. Today is the last day, and, it's a win-win situation. It all goes to the food bank. It's 1 in 6 people in our area.
That's crazy.
Are using the food bank, so help them out if you can. It's that time of the year. They can use it all times of the year, but especially during the holidays.
$1 will make 2 meals. That's something else.
Right. So it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, but every little bit helps, and whoever donates the most through our website will win that prize package.
Indeed it will. Any fun plans for the upcoming weekend, Dino?
No. I mean, I'm going to try and get the bike out on the trails as we head into Sunday. It's going to be a warm enough Sunday to get the bike out on the trails. If the courses were open, I'd probably hit the courses. It's going to be nice enough on
Do
Sunday.
you think anywhere is going to open for a special little day?
I don't think our public courses do not. Some of the smaller surrounding areas might. I don't know. But if not, just head over to Sweet Shots. Golf there all year round.
Yeah, and you got your own private bay by now, don't you?
Pretty much. It's a great place. They got great
the gym,
food and
right?
everything.
Workout, swinging
Gym,
the clubs.
That's right.
16 ounces at a time.
That's right.
Sounds like a great way to spend an afternoon or a weekend evening.
Hey, it is.
It's
And
something.
The weather's going to cooperate this weekend. If you have any, maybe you want to hang the Christmas lights. You haven't gotten those done yet.
Hey, what way does the tee off face? Which direction does it face?
Face
east?
to east. Yeah. So
on Sunday, you could drive the ball pretty far.
A little southeast wind.
A little 15 to 25, 30 mile an hour wind.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I got really anything fun planned for the upcoming weekend. I'm just gonna lay low.
This would be one of the good weekends. Maybe get your Christmas stuff lined up outside. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but
how dare you?
At least you can hang it. You don't have to turn them on, but at least it's good weather to hang them in. It is going to be a bit windy. I've hung lights on my house when it's windy, and
how'd that go?
Some of the neighbor kids learned some new language. We'll just. I try to stay out.
Yeah, no, you were.
I try to avoid that when it's windy.
windy.
Try to avoid that when it's windy. It's not fun. Oh. That is not fun.
Oh, man. That's unfortunate for you there, Dean.
Well, I think we're about done for the day.
Yeah, we're just about there. Let's see. We got a few things that'll be coming up next week. Bridgette's going to be back with us next week. And so we'll be back. We'll have more guests with us. And it looks like what we'll be talking about next week. It's all sideways. I can't read stuff sideways. We got this is hard. Margie Eckelkamp from Farm Journal, who's going to be joining us on Monday. So we'll be talking with her. We'll also be touching about a few things on the Corporate Transparency Act, potatoes in grocery baskets, and also milking camels instead of dairy cows. So that'll be an interesting
milking
one.
Camels.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, milking camels.
When is that on?
That's Monday when we come back after this much needed weekend.
Awesome.
That's gonna be something.
All right.
I didn't know you could milk a camel.
You didn't know goats screamed before you started here either.
What does the father say in Meet the Parents?
Oh, yeah, we'll leave that one. We'll leave that one be. We already had the no.
All right, everyone have a great rest of the day. We're back on Monday, 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The Jay Thomas Show is coming up next, and then I think sports are after that.